South Africa's former President Jacob Zuma was due to begin a jail term today, but it's been delayed pending a review by the country's Supreme Court. Last week, Zuma was found guilty on contempt charges and sentenced to 15 months in prison. Hundreds of Zuma's supporters have been gathering outside his home to show their solidarity with the former leader. Zuma's 9-year term in office was overshadowed by corruption allegations.
Could I ask you to stand, please?
Well, on the line for us is DW correspondent Christine Mundwa. She joins us from Nkandla, where Zuma's rural home is. Christine, what's the situation with Jacob Zuma now? Is he likely to actually go to prison?
Well, Rebecca, that's something that he's managed to put on hold, at least for the meantime. He's made an application in a local court. That is going to be heard on Tuesday. That's going to make a decision as to whether or not he should be in prison pending the outcome of his appeal at the Constitutional Court. Now, that court hearing will be on Tuesday. Depending on the outcome of that, he could have to present himself at a correctional facility on Wednesday already. But a lot of analysts here are of the view that because he's been successful in making that appeal, in having the Constitutional Court listen to his appeal for a lesser sentence and, of course, a rescission of its ruling, a lot of people feel that the court that he's applying at on Tuesday will probably allow him to stay his arrest.
Now, this is obviously a huge story for South Africa, quite a polarising one too, one would think. How are people there reacting?
Well, we're just outside his homestead in Nkandla in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, and there are supporters of his out here. They're singing songs. They're showing their solidarity and support. They're happy about the outcome of things, the fact that he does not have to present himself at a correctional facility tonight. But across the country, then you start seeing opinions differing. A lot of people, dare I say, were excited about the idea of seeing the former president go to jail, so to say. So his supporters very much view all of this as political persecution, if you will, and everybody else who is not one of his supporters sees this as, of course, the man having dodged another bullet. In fact, the question being asked in this country, how many lives does former President Jacob Zuma have?
Well, it's the first time, though, that a former president has been sentenced to prison. What does it mean for South Africa?
Well, this is it. For a lot of people, this may not necessarily be about the man himself, but about the rule of law. This is a country where corruption is rife, and the feeling has always been that there is a level of impunity, particularly when it comes to the political elite. And so for what this represented for many people was nobody is above the law. That's certainly the sentiment that a lot of people were giving when I was speaking to them, asking them what their reaction was to the Constitutional Court's ruling, that this was a message to everybody that it doesn't matter who you are. You could have been the former president, commanding the kind of support that former President Jacob Zuma does, but no one is above the law. And so for many people, this delay is sort of a delay of justice for them, because they honestly believe that the president was guilty of being in contempt of court, that he should have answered the question and presented himself at that corruption inquiry. And the fact that he didn't means that he's got to do his time for that. So this is a very, very important moment for this country. And of course, this is why it is taking such precedence here.
All right, Christine, thank you very much. DW's Christine Mundwa in Nkandla.